this is Calibos, and we are playing Stoneblock 2. So, in light of the armor debacle of, being horribly killed, I actually looked up what infinity ingots are used for, because that's what we made the armor out of. I think that's what we made the armor out of, isn't it? Maybe we didn't. What did we make this armor out of? This is stellar. Okay, this is stellar. So I was looking at all the various ingots and stuff, and I was looking at all the various armors because I didn't want to get killed by the chicken too many more times. So I was looking at the infinity stuff, and so I bred a bunch of infinity cows because looking at the infinity ingots, we are going to be using these again, like just getting up there is going to require how many of these things? And I was looking at like the neutronium stuff, and so neutronium. So in order to make a pile of neutrons, I have to make a neutronium collector, which is going to be pretty exciting. I mean, I've actually got the stuff that we need to make this now. I just have to make this extreme crafting table, which means double compressed crafting table, etc., etc., etc. And then neutronium crux, which neutronium ingots, blocks of diamonds, supremium essence. I mean, we are going to be having some exciting times with that. I'd also, I guess I don't have to go anywhere. One of the reasons it's going to be exciting is, which one is this? Okay, that's this one. One of the reasons this is exciting is we're going to be having we're going to be needing nether stars. So in order to make nether stars, we're going to want to have wither skeleton skulls, which we only have 12 of, and we don't necessarily have the ability to craft them. I mean, in order to do that, we're going to need wither skeleton chunks. Well, maybe we can make, let's see if we got a bunch of chunks. Give it a second. So we need tier 3 mob chunks. So let's run upstairs and check and see what we got. So let's look at mob chunks. Chunks. So creeper's a tier 3. Spider's a tier 3. Slime is a tier 2. Skeleton's a tier 3. So let's cook these, because I seem to recall that if we cook them, yeah, there we go. So, chunks. So let's try to make 4 of these and get some wither skeleton chunks and stuff. Because quite honestly, I think that we are needing them pretty badly at this point. So we'll need some supremium essence. We'll go ahead and we'll make 8. Looks like we need a lot more of that essence. So let's look at our essence seeds. Tier 5. We want the tier 5. I want these. Yeah, we're gonna have to make a serious effort for these, because I suspect that we're just gonna have to up our game here. Oh no, these are the crafting seeds. Is that the right one? Yeah, that is the right one. Tier 4. Tier 3. Tier 2. Oops. Tier 1. Because we are going to need to, was it C1? Yeah. We are going to need to go ahead and have a better amount of seats. So let's see what the best tier is that we can make. Oops. Just kind of, because we can't, well, I guess we could use this, but we'll have to make a harvester. Because the gather. Because there's a compatibility mod specifically for immersive engineering and is it axes? Yeah. Immersive engineering and the mod that gives us the 6th tier of items. And it's not in this pack, so we won't actually be able to use stuff for that. So, you know, there we are. But we can go ahead and we have agriculture, right? Agricraft. No. We don't have crop sticks. Nope. What is that? Project E. Nice. Very nice. So let's get some dirt. Let's make a 5x5, I guess. So we'll need 25 of these. So there's a couple of other projects that I would really like to accomplish. We'll need an upgrade, or no, they're called add-ons. So one 5x5 would be +2. Range add-on is +2. We'll do that. So fluid storage. Mystical crops. So I have this big room here that we made and I never did anything with. So let's go ahead and set up this room. I even got this fancy hammer, guys. Check that out. Fancy hammer. One, two, three, 4, 5. All right. So we're going to replace all of this with dirt. Now, I'm actually going to be growing a couple of different crops in here. So, where is my, there it is, my mattock. So, I realize that, oops. I realize that for the moment this is very sad, but we're also going to want to look at, is this in here? Here, we'll use this one. So we want to get a growth accelerator, growth crystal. Ooh, potions of swiftness. Do we have a way to automate? There's a bottling machine. We could do potions of swiftness. Okay, so we'd have to brew them for that, but that can wait, I suppose. So this middle one we're going to pull out. We're going to get a bucket of water. And that will keep this going for the moment. At some point later we'll make growth crystals to put in here, because this is not going to be fast. And as we get better stuff, we're going to go ahead and upgrade these. In fact, do we... we're going to have to extend a thing in here. Yeah. So we'll want a white ender chest. Get rid of this. We're going to want some seeds. So we have the tier 1s. Let's see if we can make, let's see, we have 6 tier 1s. How about making that 6 tier 2s? Okay, we're going to need power. We'll set this up. Okay, that is not a power cave. Okay, we'll set that up to more power. That's full. It's checking. Now, I do not remember if these required... Okay, so this shows that it requires Nether Star Crux. This doesn't, so we can just do that. Perfect, so we have these. Let's try for the tier 3s now. Okay, we don't quite have enough, so let's plant these. And then we'll swap them out as we need to. So our area is simply that block. Once we add in our +2 range, it starts at 1. +1 makes it a 3x3, and +2 makes it a 5x5, because you're talking about the radius, not the diameter. Radius is the distance from the middle to the outside, or the outside to the middle, depending on your perspective, of course. So these are tier 2s. So let's see if we can get a couple of other tier 2s. 6, 7 out of 25, so that means we have, what, 18 left? No, it would be... Okay, so 10, 17, go. This is not going to be super fast, but as we can, we'll go ahead and upgrade all of these to the next one. Then we're going to pop our chest down. We'll need a push. Add on. Okay, we're going to check our direction. Our direction is, so that's south, so this is north. And it's push down, push up, push north. So we're going to put this in here. Then we're going to grab some ink. We have a little bit of ink somewhere, I guess. So we'll put the chest down. We want to make sure that it's not contiguous so that we don't put stuff in a chest that we're not actually using a color for. So this is going to be pushing items into this chest. Now you'll notice that it has a thing for sludge. So I don't think that we have a location for sludge. Let's go somewhere else really quick. So our terminal, sludge. So we don't have a location for sludge, but we're going to have to be dealing with it. So let's go back up to our mystical crops and let's make a tank. What color do we want sludge to be? So let's make sludge brown. What? Cocoa? Cocoa? You know, actually, we can just make this we can make this tank black, black, black as well. And then we'll export into the system and handle it from there. Because that's, after all, why we have that set up. Plus, that's cool. Empty, which is good. So we need another push. We'll want the fluid transfer one this time. Slap that in here. Go to C1. And that's actually why I named them, is so that I can just go to that section and not have to like scroll amazingly long. Alright, so if that's north, that's east. Because, you know, facing north, it spells we. Up. South, and that should be west and east. There's a little arrow on it, but I can never remember which one is which, so there you go. So all the fluids are now going to be pushed into here, which it's not going to generate fluids until it harvests something. So, I mean, do we have a watering can in this pack? Watering can. I have no idea if this works on them. It might not. So yeah, you can tell that this is not exactly a fast process, but it is a process that works. And as we upgrade these things all to 6, okay, so that's a thing that I need to know, and that's one of the reasons that we did this. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to look at our seeds. So we now have a tier 6 seed. And you're asking yourself, well, what is the point if it keeps, you know, breaking the seeds, right? So now we need a planter. Is it called a planter? Plant sower. So we'll do this. Recipe. Go to C1. Plant sower. Now it's going to tell us that we don't know how to make the flower pot probably. So flower pot. Flower pot's actually fairly easy to make. We just need to make it with bricks. Like so. So we'll do this. Bricks. I do not know that we have bricks in the system. We may. We have 69. So it's not super important now. I guess we should probably tell it how to make bricks for later if we decide to go that route. Plant sower. Now, you'll notice that it looks slightly different from the other thing. And it should. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell it, oh, we need an add-on. Add-on. Make another one of these. Go. So we're going to break that out, and we're going to put this there. Now, if we have it show the range, its range is that. Again, we put our range add-on in there. Let's turn this one off. And now, this will plant everything in that range. So, come on. So the plan is this. We're actually going to get another flex point. I think we're carrying all the wrong ones. Oh no, no, we are carrying flex points. Okay. So we're gonna break this. Good, we are carrying a jetpack. We're gonna go down one. So this is going to be where it's next to, right? So we're actually going to put a chest in there, and we're gonna put a flex point here. Right, jetpack. So the trick is chest. We want 2 of these. Go. I'm going to try and not use much of this because we don't have a lot of the infinity stuff. We can craft them, but it takes more fluix than we're currently growing. Like fluix seeds. Fluix. There we go. So we only have a little bit of it. I mean, and we don't really have enough essence to make a higher tier crafting seed. So we're gonna go green, black. Do we have anything that's green? I don't know. So cactus green. That's 6. So let's grab brown as well. Cocoa. Alright, so we're going to get our 2 seeds, or 2 chests. Not seeds, chests. And I'm going to do green, white, brown. Because I'm fairly certain that that is not a combination that we have used. And we're going to pull both of these. I should have just vein mined it, but I was worried about the wall randomly. I know. So we're going to take one of these chests and we're going to place it in there. Then we're going to put our plant sower down. It's immediately got power. We're going to put the water back on top. We're going to go back into this, put the range add-on here. You'll notice that, you know, things were starting to dry out. Now we're getting water again. So our next step is going to be, we want to pull from the north direction. So we want to pull items. So what we'll do is we'll pull this one, and we want to pull from the north. Pull down, pull up, pull north. Go into there. And now it's going to pull from everything in that chest. So now all we have to do is put stuff in the chest. I did not mean to place it. And we can export our seeds back into it. And then as we get higher level seeds, we can simply tell it which ones to allow and which ones to not allow. But this is a good place to call it. I'll show you the finished setup next episode, and we'll see what everybody thinks. So I hope you liked it. If you did, leave me a like. If you didn't, don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. And you folks have a great night.